What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're talking through the readathons happening in May. May, I have found 27 readathons that have been announced on YouTube in some shape or form on the morning of the 25th of April in Australian time. So if any are announced after this, unfortunately I will not see them, but I will try and update my readathon spreadsheet so then you can still participate in them. So please let me know in the comments if there are any that I have missed out on so we can include them and still have some promotion to these amazing readathons. For these I'll be linking the videos for where I found the readathons down in the description boxes below, as well as a full spreadsheet which you can then customize to suit your needs if you want to double up and make the readathons in a format that you can keep track of. For the month of May, there is a lot of May readathons. Some of them are very similar in shape and form, so feel free to look at both and then see if you can match and double up and share the love for all of these. Readathons are plentiful, and for me, I love nothing better than being able to combine two different kinds of readathons, even if they are polar opposites, to make it a tandem sort of style and be able to support as many creators as possible. Let's dive in. For these, I do go in the duration of the readathon, smallest to longest, and so that is the order that you will be able to find them. Our shortest readathon is a 3-day readathon running from the 12th to the 14th of May, and that is 72 hours in the Smut Den. So I found this through Rise Reading Corner, and this is all about reading smut, and they just found an absolute love for it. The co-hosts all just enjoy it and want to give it a shot, so they've invited us into the den to spend 72 hours just reading some smut, which sounds like perfection. The next are our 4-day readathons, and I have one running from the 5th to the 8th, and that is the Mafia Romance readathon. So again, on the premise of reading some Mafia romances, there is a bingo board that you can use, or feel free just to read any Mafia romance and that will count. We have 3 week-long readathons, 2 of them happening from the 1st to the 7th. The first is Readathon, and this is all about reading Spooky Middle Grade. This I found on Keisha's A Book Like You's channel and looks really cute. So because of the halfway mark to Halloween, these 2 readathons are based off that, and so Readathon is encouraging to read spooky middle grades. The other one is Halloweenathon, which is all about Halloween style books, and this is hosted by Spinebreakers. So again, reading those spooky books, they do have some prompts which you can use, and I feel like this is one of those ones that it's awesome to be able to double up on. And then the last week long is running from the 25th to the 31st, and this is Mysterious Mayhem, and this is created by Skeleton Keys. So this, you can run with it in any way you sort of want. So the definition of mayhem can either be chaos, and so you can read a book on chaos theory, you can completely choose a chaotic TBR, you can go anywhere with that. Or if you wanted to go with mysteries and mayhem and like maiming, you could also do that. So they are the 2 sort of sides to the coin that Skeleton Key has said that you can go down. So I think that was really cool. The 2-week readathon we have is running from the 2nd to the 15th, and this is the final book support group readathon hosted by Steph Loves, and this is all about continuing on with series, and this is running from the 2nd to the 15th, and I am so excited. Looking at my May TBR, which will be coming out on Friday, I've got one. Damn it! I have 1 series continuation, but I do have 3 other buddy reads that I need to read, so that might be the 2 weeks for those books. Before we dive into the month long, for the 1st to the 14th is the final half of the Eurovision-a-thon hosted by Helen from Helen's Bookhaven. This started on the 16th of April and runs until the Eurovision contest. So if you want to pick up from the countries that are participating in Eurovision-a-thon, you can still participate and get that the first 2 weeks of the month in before the show actually happens. And then for the month longs, oh lordy, go grab a cup of tea because there are plenty. The first is Witchathon, which was created by Yarn Reader. They've recently, for the past year, started down their witchcraft journey, and so they wanted to create a readathon that was in honor of the kinds of witches that you can be. And this is about reading books to become the kind of witch that you would like to. So they have different types of witches like head witch, kitchen witch, cosmic witch, all of those, and they have prompts correlating to be able to read the ones that you want to match up with, and then also like accruing different things to help you in your abilities, things you need for potions and things like that, so you can get items, and those are also their own set of prompts, so you can combine, mix and match, and sort of just make what you'd like to with it. And I think it's really cute, and I'm really interested in exploring what options I have available to me with the TBR that I have. So we'll see, because I do love a witchy themed readathon, so I'm very keen for this. Then we have May of the Modern, which is hosted by Margaret Pennard, and this is reading books from 1901 to 1945, which I might have won, but this is all about reading modern classics, as you have Victober running in October and wanting to sort of do the halfway mark and being able to give some love to another area of time that is not commonly talked about in the bookish community. Then we have the historical fiction readathon, which is created by Katie from Books and Things. They host a variety of potluck readathons. For this May, they are focusing on historical fiction, so just reading historical fiction. They do have prompts in the description of the video, but they have said it, as long as you read a historical fiction, you've participated. Then we have Neverlandathon, which is hosted by Megan from Mythical Megan, and this is based off Peter Pan's Neverland and exploring the world. So there are different locations, and each of those have 3 prompts there, and so you can pick and choose. You can double up within the same location, but not if you're in 2 different locations. You can't double up prompts that way, because you can't be in 2 different places at once. So I think this is really cool and really cute, and curious to explore more and see what I can fit. Then we have May Chaos Reign, and this is hosted by 4 author tubes. The one that I found was from Writing Violet, and this is more a Lifeathon, which I found really interesting. So they have reading, writing, self-care, and one other form of prompts, and you have to go to the 4 co-hosts' videos to be able to get all the prompts for the different areas. So Violet has the self-care prompts on them, and then the other 3 co-hosts have the other 3 sections of the readathon. So I thought that was really cool and a really unique setup. It seems to be a lot of fun, and I love that it's called a Lifeathon. Then we have Desertathon, Trek Through the Desert, which is hosted by Esme from Bookish Buddies, and this is a sort of map style readathon where you roll dice and move around the board and have prompts correlating to where you land and your team powers. Super cool. So this is a lot of fun. It is about reading desert inspired or themed books, but you don't have to for all the prompts. It is just recommended that you read at least one to be able to participate in this. Then we have the Minecraft or MC Readathon, which is hosted by Katie Casper, and so they have incorporated different levels. So this year is going to be focused on the overworld, and they have a variety of prompts relating to things that you will do whilst in that location. Like there is find a companion, read a book that a friend has read. So I think that was really cool. Then we have May the Force Read With You, which is created by Eric from Break Even Books, and this is a Star Wars themed readathon where you have the light, the dark, and the neutral side, and you can pick which side you're going to go on and use the prompts correlating, whether it be light and then neutral, or all light or all dark, just making sure that they actually relate to the side that you've gone with. And I love seeing Eric's excitement for this readathon every year, and it's so much fun. Then we have Lit with Indian Lit by Sam Reads, and this was running for a section of April as well, so they've decided to extend it into May as well, and it's all about reading Indian literature. Then we have the Christian Fictathon, created by Katie from Paperbacks and Ponytails, and this is based off reading Christian fiction, but you don't have to read Christian fiction to participate. The prompts are pretty open, like one is flowers on the cover, so you can assign whatever you'd like, but they just want to read predominantly Christian fiction, and so they decided to create a readathon of it. Then we have Short Story Readathon, which is created by Chantel Reads All Day, and this is just about reading short stories, and I think this is really cool. I haven't seen anything like this floating around before, and I'm definitely keen to investigate into what I can fit in between my TBR. None of my TBR will fit for this, but we'll see what we can do in getting some short stories on, because it is an area that I'm interested in, and I feel like having a readathon for it will definitely encourage me to go and explore some more. And I feel like Erin from Sheba and Shells will definitely be into this. Then we have Mary Shelley May, which is created from Chick Bean Loves Books, and this is about reading books inspired by or about Mary Shelley, as they are a Mary Shelley fan and feel like they don't get enough love outside of Frankenstein. So yes, this is their readathon dedicated to reading things Mary Shelley related. Then we have Middle Grade May, which is hosted by Lizzie Faye Loves Books, and again, just reading middle grade. So you can combine this for the week of the bookathon and just having a lot of fun reading a lot of middle grade. I actually will participating in this. So I do have middle grade, just not spooky. I'm very excited to be able to actually read some middle grade. Then Lee from Dark Roots Creation is hosting National Lampoon's Vacation. They do a readathon every month. So this is based off National Lampoon and based off the movie and the characters and settings within it. Then we have Medievalathon, which is hosted by Holly Hearts Books. And I participated last May, and I haven't signed up what my TBR is going to be for this year, but I'm super excited. I love the medieval themed things and just how creative I can be with the different careers to be able to follow. It's a level up style readathon, and I just have a lot of fun with it every year. Then we have the Royal Readathon, which is running the couples edition. So this is based off Disney and the couples that are presented. This is hosted by Liv in Magical Bookland. Then we have the 2022 Asian Readathon, which is hosted with Cindy, and this is all about reading Asian literature. So whether that be written by an Asian author, has an Asian main protagonist, preferably both, and reading own voices works is the goal. Just even if you read one, you've participated. As May is Asian America and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, so reading Asian authors is encouraged at any time of the year, but especially drawing the attention during the Heritage Month, which could also be combined with the May Asianathon, which is created by Readers C. There's 4 prompts for that, and again, just reading books by or about Asians and hearing own voices experiences. Then Books and Bops are hosting another month-long readathon, and this is just moods and vibes. So there is a bingo board available, and it's just the 9 prompts that are sort of moods or vibes that you could go for throughout the month. And then one that I only found out today at the time of filming, but is Mix It Up May by Mr. Francie Reads, and this is really interesting. So they read a variety of formats and also genres. So they've combined the two, and you can pick to either read the genre or the type of and sizing of the book. So I thought that was really interesting, and I just really like the choices that I've got, and I definitely know that I can make my TBR work for that. So I'm very curious to deep dive into that and actually allocate things. Very excited to participate as it is celebrating Mr. Francie's birthday. Those are all the readathons that I have found at the time of filming that are happening in May. Please leave any down below that I have missed, as they've been announced after, or I just didn't find it in my research. I'm really curious about so many of these and want to see what I can double up with my TBR to make a conglomerate of participation. Hey, that sounds kind of fun. Let me know in the comments, are there any that you're interested in participating, and if you have any extras that I have missed. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you on my next video. Bye!